It's story time.
Greetings, my adorable viewers. Of course, it's chapter 4 of the story, Winning Without Struggle, subtitled Fight for Me. Enjoy this while you relax. See ya!
After a while, the police arrived at the orphanage, and they were ushered into Miss Agatha's office. The neighbors were agitated when they saw the police entering the orphanage. They rarely see uniformed men around since the environment has always been a peaceful one. When the matter was reported to the police, they asked that both kids be taken to the police station for proper interrogation. The kids were brought out by the police and were headed to the police's van when the neighbors and some orphans gathered around them.
Let Peter go. He didn't steal anything.
One woman spoke first. They blocked the two police, stopping them from proceeding into the van.
As much as I would love to oblige your request, I have no choice but to take them away for now. They will come back after a while. You see, it's just for proper questioning.
One of the policemen replied.
Well, that can be done here.
Another person yelled from the crowd.
Besides, that child you are holding can't do something of that sort. One look at him and you'll see it. Please let Peter go. He is innocent.
How did you know?
Asked a policeman.
Because I know Peter very well.
Yes, Peter has never stolen or done anything like that. He is innocent.
Another person supplied.
He may be innocent, but I promise you all that he will be back sooner than you think. Don't worry,
Said the policeman.
Please, my beloved brothers and sisters, we all know that our sweet Peter can never do a thing like that which he has been accused of. We know that he is an angel and full of nothing but love and the Spirit of God in him. I know and believe that he will come back soon after he has been proven innocent. So, brethren, let them go. And have faith that our dear Peter shall be back safely.
Miss Agatha pleaded with them.
Well, in that case, we will wait here for his return. And if he doesn't show up soon, we will be visiting you at your station.
Yelled someone in the crowd. Yes, the crowd roared. The crowd started giving way, one after the other, murmuring and grumbling aloud as they were dispatched gradually. The policeman thanked Miss Agatha for her help and took them both into the van, then drove off. The crowd didn't leave. They lingered around the premises. Mrs. Rhea and her husband were amazed to see this amount of love shown to Peter. Just then, she saw a little child from the orphanage, who was crying. She went to him and asked,
Why are you crying, little angel? Don't cry.
She said, patting his hair.
I want my Peter. He didn't do anything wrong. My Peter is a good boy. He always gives me a part of his biscuit.
Mrs. Rhea pondered, this is strange. How could so many people care about this one person this much? She looked at someone else. This was a child with parents that refused to go home for lunch because, according to her, Peter hadn't had lunch. Mrs. Rhea went into the orphanage and straight to Miss Agatha's office. Something caught her attention as she passed by an open hall that led to her office. A group of kids had gathered to pray. The captivating thing about this prayer was that it was for Peter. Because she heard his name in the quiet prayers they were offering. She sighed and continued walking. She knocked and opened the office door. But she had to wait for Miss Agatha to finish addressing some kids who were there. To Mrs. Rhea's horror, it was about Peter too. The kids had come to know why Peter was taken by the police and when he would come back. After they left, Mrs. Rhea took a seat by the table in the office. She sighed again and began.
Well, Miss Agatha, it's clear how this whole saga has disrupted the atmosphere around here. But what I don't understand is why so many people care so much about this little boy. Of course, I know he is kinda cute and all, but please don't get me wrong though, I just want to know something. Is there something else about this child that I don't know about?
Miss Agatha smiled and said,
This boy is a good kid. He is pure and does good and kind deeds innocently and effortlessly because that's just who he is. He has this nature of sharing love and kindness with everyone. He had managed to build and gain the trust of many over the years with his sweetness.
Well, if he was this sweet, how come he never got adopted by one of those out there who knew all of these attributes of his?
The thing is that Peter has so many proposals for adoption from many couples. But I and the rest of us here just don't want to let him go. You see, Mrs. Rhea, many kids here have changed from bad to good just by looking at him. He exchanges love for hatred. He is simply a great child. The orphanage needs him around.
But don't you think he might want to have a proper home? Have you asked him this to know if he wants to stay or go to a real home?
Miss Agatha opened her mouth to say something, when suddenly, there was an uproar outside.
What's going on? What's with the noise?
Asked Mrs. Rhea.
I will go and find out,
Said Miss Agatha. They both went outside to see.
Hello, didn't Peter have a miserable day there? What will happen after that? Let's find out in the final chapter, which will be released really soon. I will see you shortly. I adore you. Mwah.